Now joining us is NHK World's Okamura Momoka in Jackson Hole. So Momoka, what impressions did you get from Powell's speech?
His remarks attracted attention from around the world, as President Trump has repeatedly called on him to cut interest rates. Powell has been cautious about rushing to do that, saying the labor market has been robust. But he seems to have reversed his stance and stressed the downside risks of employment. The financial markets took that with surprise. Traders speculate that the central bank is trying to change its course towards a rate cut at its next meeting. The speech boosted optimism on the New York Stock Exchange that rate cuts will support the economy. The Dow Jones Industrial Average closed at the record high for the first time in about 8 months. Powell often uses this event in Jackson Hole to indicate the direction of monetary policy.
So do you think the Fed will decide to cut interest rates at its meeting next month?
There is no doubt that it will be a difficult decision. The Fed has kept rates unchanged 5 consecutive times. Powell said that the Trump administration's tariff measures have clearly led to an increase in prices, and that it is in a difficult situation to steer monetary policy. If the central bank cuts interest rates to support employment, the risk of reigniting inflation will increase. On the other hand, if the policymakers decide not to cut rates, the risk of a slowdown in the labor market will increase. The U.S. economy is in a tight spot. The Fed's mission to maximize employment and stabilize prices. So the central bank will face tough balancing act. Powell reiterated that the policymakers will make decisions based solely on the data. With President Trump's pressure in mind, attention is focused on whether the Fed will decide to cut interest rates.
Thank you, Momoka.